things where we see the government is going to invest and the infrastructure is going to happen is, one is the transportation, the transportation, the dedicated freight corridor, industrial corridors, all the kinds of transportation. That's one. And the second one we feel is actually the health. Our government has also said that about 65,000 crores will be spent only on the health infrastructure. I think that is the point. So a lot of things, a lot of hospitals will come, PMC will come, the primary medical center and all. The next one that government is going to spend on is actually the water and the sewage treatment plant, using the sewage treatment plant and all. I think these are the three big areas where we feel that the next 5 years, I think there's a lot of huge investment will be there. I think these are the three growth areas. Of course, there will be a lot of other things like the solar, the wind, and all. It will be there, and also the electric. The way we are going to travel, I think is also going to change. More and more of electric vehicles will be used. You need to have electrical chargers, the kind of infrastructure to do that. But I think these are the three things is what I feel will drive the construction segment. We also have the housing. There's a huge investment on the affordable housing. The government has actually said about more than about 50,000 odd crores will be spent on the affordable housing. So this is also something that is going to drive. I think the size of infrastructure projects have gone big. If you really see now, the high-speed rail, one of the packages is almost close to 25,000 crores. It was a single package. So I think this is the kind of things that is going to happen in India. Even if you see, and an average, if you see the kind of project that we used to do in L&T, now each project, and an average is, I think, not less than about 1,000 crores in size. So I think this is the kind of sizes that we have. And somebody asks that, we have the technical know-how, and do we really need anything from abroad? I just want to quote you, what happened is we are doing this coastal road actually. And for there actually the TBM, so we bought it, but everything else other than buying it out, everything else was done actually in-house. And we did the commissioning, the whole thing was being done because the Chinese and all cannot come now. So what is happening during this COVID and due to the Atmanirbhar and all that, so a lot of things are being done in-house, like which was never done earlier. And India needs a lot of TBMs. Right now we ourselves have got about 36 TBMs. We expect that maybe given a time, we may need something like 300 TBMs over the next 5 years. Is what I'm saying. So I think we're also talking to the companies whether they can manufacture and can assembly be done here. Slowly somebody can get into manufacturing. We don't have a TBM manufacturer in India. Even if we see the high-speed rail, the kind of equipment to handle is not done in India. So what we have done now, we are giving it to our one of the ICs here to manufacture, because nobody in India manufactures this. Always, we have been going abroad or somewhere, getting it from China, getting it from Europe. But India itself, we never fabricated. We really don't have even the kind of fabric. See, you have to make the molds in India. It's very difficult. We don't have companies to make. Just we are taking the 2 projects of the high-speed rail, and everybody is full in India, all the fabricators. So just imagine, so this can give it to so many chances. People can grow. It's not only that we are doing the high-speed rail, but it also gives rise to a lot of entrepreneurs. They can set up these shops, to fabricate and all. I think that is there. And we have complete expertise in India. We don't need somebody from from Europe or somewhere to come and supervise us. Now do the design. I think everything is available in India. And technically, I think last time also I told you, we are on par actually with anybody in the globe. I think there is nothing that we need to go abroad. So it is really not required. Only thing, sometimes the government, the big private clients and all still, they want to see a fairer skin. So that's their problem. Otherwise, technically, we really don't need it. We have everything. And coming to resources and all, yes, I think this is the thing. We have engineers, but we need to have a lot of frontline supervisors. We need to have the foremen who can handle this. And so like what we have, so we have started various institutes. Like we have started an institute here in Kanchipuram where people can learn about, the TBMs, how to operate the TBMs and all, because not many TBMs are there. And now if you see, every metro is underground. So you need so many things which are not happening in India. So these are all getting developed. But we have to go a big way about it. We are doing it for our own, our own requirement. But many others have to start this actually. How to do this TBM, how to do this, all the excavation below the ground level and all. And I think in digital, we have reached a very good level now. I think we are one of the most digitalized construction company in India. Like earlier you were saying, our plant and machinery speaks to us and speaks to everything. We know how much resources are there, how much of that is active and all. Now we are also able to do, even the invoicing actually. So we are now linked the digitalization to the BIM. So what we are doing is our daily progress report and all is being linked to the BIM, and through BIM we can even raise our invoices and all. See, earlier otherwise happened. What was happening is, we have something to measure the productivity and all. Then something else we are doing in BIM, something else in design. Now we are linked all these things, and I think it is doing very well. So one or two projects like our IIT Bhilai and all, we are highly digital, and through these things we are also able to submit the bills, and we also convince the the CPWD that they should accept our bills instead of rising the nominal invoices and all through measurements and everything. So you take everything to the BIM, and they have doing this. And I I think that is going to be the future, where you don't start writing every measurement and things like that. So digital is the way. I think is the way, and we also started a company called L&T Next to whatever is our learnings for last 5 years that we started our digital journey. So we also wanted to take it to the other contractors, other companies, and also that's why we started a company called L&T Next, which will focus only on the digitalization. How to make things faster, how to make the plant and machinery speak to you. So I think these are the things that we are doing it. And I also saw some question actually, like a design build contractor. Most of the things we do are design and build actually. Almost about close to 75% of the projects we do are design and build. And so this helps us actually. We should also thank the government. Earlier there was a thing called the government has made a rule that any project over 1,000 crores will be designed and built. So I think we have to give due credit to the company, to the government of India, to the Niti Aayog and all. We spoke to them. We said that you must actually enhance, because we know as contractors how to do design and build. It will be faster. We need not wait for the drawings and all. So that has started, and most of the projects in the government and all are coming in the design build mode. Yeah, and we said, what is our current order backlog? I think our current order backlog is around 3 lakh crores. I think that's what is around current order backlog. See, our sales from construction is 70 to 80,000 crores. I don't know the exact figure. So it is about 2.5 to 3 years of the ordering flow. The order book is what we have of the revenues. I think that is what it is. We moved away from the PPP actually. That's one of the questions, like, we had our IDPLs and we are not doing much there now. We also sold almost 50% to the Canadian Pension Fund. We are moving away from that because we felt that, we were really not making money and it was not doing well. These PPP projects and all. So we decided we will focus on large EPC projects. I think that is what we decided. And some of the things also we put it on the InvIT, whatever we had the exposure in the PPP, we also converted into InvIT. We still have a Hyderabad Metro, which is a PPP project. So that is something, and because of COVID and all, the passengers and all actually came down. It used to be around 3.5 to 4 lakhs, so it has come down to almost something like 1.5 lakhs and all. So because most of the IT companies are working from home. So these were the people who are traveling a lot. So that has come down. Also the students, because the students are not going to the colleges, schools, and also that has also come down. So that is why we decided that, in a country like in India, I think PPP, we are not suited to this because we want to actually convert our investment faster. Since we are contractors, so I think our mindset is not there in PPP. So that's why we said, okay, let's stay away from that. So that's how we have done that. And the current outlook for the industry is really good, I think, construction. And somebody said, whether how many contractors and all. If you see, a company like Dilip Buildcon, today they are the number one in the roads. See, what happened is something like the construction of roads and all has got very commoditized. Means there are about 10 to 12 participants in a tender. And if it's so many participants are there, then it will become L1 and all. So what we made is whatever gets commoditized, so we move away from that, and that space will generally be occupied by other contractors. So if you see, that's why like roads and all, you have the Dilip Ishkan, you have Gayatri projects, you have KNR Construction, many companies from Andhra, and these are already becoming big. If you see the revenues and all, it is getting close to 5-figure and all. I think it's good, and they're also very key. Oh, I'm getting it. They're also very keen on the investment. The PPP projects and all they are giving. Okay, so. I think we should actually say, like earlier there were a lot of competition. But are you able to hear me? I'm getting an echo.
Yes, yeah.
Are you hear me?
Yes.
Can somebody mute?
We can. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think yes, India can create the ones. See, if you see the Chinese, all the 5 companies, top 5 companies are all Chinese in the globe. So I think I think it is possible. And I think infrastructure is going to create really big players from India. So for small have become medium, medium have become big, like mega. Mega is really big. Like that, I think it will happen. And it also has a question of what is the return on capital for infrastructure contractors. I think it's around 15 to 20%. I would say that is the return on capital. Okay, so I think I'll leave it here, and I think India has got huge. Okay, so construction companies, we are also saying we're going to become the top 3 in the construction industry in the world. So we have really bright future.